it never ceases to amaze me how once you're viewed as a competitor, have you looked at my subscriber count? I have less than 600 subscribers, but I am receiving some amazing feedback from people who I look at as fascinating people, want to get to know them, want to invite them to help me start a university. And it's viewed as a competition. I'm sorry, Aquarian agers go full circle, like the astrology wheel. We're supposed to be gaining the astrology and through tarot, through dividing up the different signs, through exchanging information amongst ourselves regarding the differences we learned about energies and the dynamics that plays on leaders, events, situations. It offers a way of understanding life. And yet, in a competitive world where the divine right of kings has established means of conditioning all of us to compete, and competition is not a bad thing, it's a good thing in the proper context. And the proper context is outcomes that give human nurture. But the people who fund kings and kingdoms don't give a rat's butt when it comes time to harvest their loot about our public trust or our GDP. They only care about what the number is, what the bottom line is, once they've grown a society, and then they go in and sack it. History will prove this out. I'm trying to develop an Aquarian Sage University. And I'm not being a smartass when I say I'm going to accomplish this with the help of 1,000 witches. I'm being a smartass in the fact that a witch is someone who asks a question. I can prove that. I can prove it. I can prove it by the alphabet. I can prove it by human nature, creativity in every one of us. So I know I sound like I'm rambling, and I apologize, but dig into my discoveries. You'll find out why I'm trying to run for president as a write-in. You'll see that peace, public trust, ethics are very important to me. And for the people with, God bless them, I mean, they think that 100,000 subscribers or whatever, 50,000 subscribers is something that makes them an authority. That's not what makes you the authority. Your authority and power comes from your humanity. It's a gift. As you establish your skill set and master a vernacular and you share it, great, that's good. But don't become a king who tries to stamp out other people who are simply just trying to develop their articulation skills and have much of the same resources as you do. Affiliating with certain groups to damage other people is not the answer. To train them is the answer. That's why I'm fascinated by tarot. it was made in the 1500s, and it talks about the dynamic between individual and society through the lens of authority, power, responsibility, and accountability, and the heavens, the cosmic dynamics, as best the stargazers could put those dynamics into an explanation that expresses the value of knowing the patterns of the cosmos. And good God, we're all just human. We all come into this world as babies. Some of us are fortunate enough to be instructed by great parents and great teachers. Others of us have to learn things by default or by our own passion. So I'm passionate about people. I'm passionate about groups of people and learning from everyone and getting to the outcome of human nurture. I'm physiologically different than most people. You see that palm line that goes straight across? That's called a simian line. I have it in both hands. That's very rare. So I'm a little strange in that I was designed, I guess, by the Creator to have more of a mind and a heart assimilation when I figure out things. And so that makes me a little more tender, I guess, than the average male, but I was a U.S. Navy diver. I'm not that tender, okay? I beat 2 SEAL teams in a friendly Captain Cups competition. I have a heart of a lion. I don't apologize for my physical condition right now. I'm out of shape. I've been spending the last several years developing an argument to put forward a leadership model that reflects the authority, power, responsibility, accountability model, and that impacts society with human nurture as the main outcome. So that involves commerce, because commerce is the greatest application of knowledge. Governance, because that's our administrative and regulatory construct to guide knowledge, the use of commerce in a manner that is not counter to human nurture. Okay. And then academic, that's the teaching of knowledge. So I broke it up into 3 because it made sense to me. And I think I can convey that to the world and start a university with witches. And I was led to tarot probably 4 years ago now, by a still small voice that said, check this out. And I did, and I watched 2 tarot readings, and I was like, I felt kind of guilty because I was raised in the church, but they were spot on. And so I'm not endorsing all tarot readers and astrologers, except that I'm endorsing the discipline of tarot when it's done for the heart of human nurture. The discipline of astrology, the discipline of business, the discipline of government, the discipline of academia. We have a society that's bent right now on money. And there are people facilitating easy money, and there are dynamics at play that have integrated ITIL and a SOX Act to create a reporting system that loots the general public. So, I found that, and I see it, and I'm not going to be popular for saying it, but those are 2 major constructs for the greatest fraud and theft machine to the public trust that's ever been designed by criminal masterminds. So I'm here to put the light on that. I'm here to help the people, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it, and you're going to help me. My YouTube channels, I'm trying to, build a public persona of the ordinary average guy, but honestly, I'm probably a little bit more eccentric than the ordinary average guy, and I've had some amazing opportunities to exhibit and showcase my ability to come up with strategy before I even was in college. So I tell those stories in my blogs. My blogs are cashinit.com, which stands for Community Action Secures Homeland Initiative. And that's where you're going to learn about my projects that you're going to own and operate. And I'm just going to facilitate that. That's where you'll read about the MacArthur Park Musical Theme Park. That's where you'll read about the media, the one about the media in the movies that I'm trying to start too. That one's very exciting. Storytellers, there you go. And son of David, Global Bank of the Public Trust, that's another one. Global 4-tier accounting. I've got a worldwide horse race, which I want to develop into a show like Survivor, or what's those reality shows that are really interesting? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So, putting millions of people to work through facilitating projects that end up becoming owned and worker owned and worker managed. That's the whole point of my political movement. The Aquarian Sage University, you'll find out about that at regenerationmodel.com, and that's going to show you where I'm coming up with the spiritual foundation. And when I say spiritual foundation, I'm pushing for the understanding of common reference and trustworthy things that all cultures can agree upon. And that's why the university is calling for disciplines from every country in every discipline, whether it's in commerce or governance or academia, to come together and help me construct that university. So lastly is the Mike model, Michigan Knowledge Exchange. I have a pet project, a spinning engine. It's internal combustion, and it can be magnet assisted. It's got inertial properties. So there's 3 sources of input for making it extremely efficient. It's an engine that would work for tug and barge industry, and it would be hard to beat for the automotive industry and heavy truck, and ideal actually for the storage of data because it's a counterclockwise spinning engine. There would be never a lapse or breakdown of energy supplied for cooling. So I got a few things going on, and I could use your help. So this is my speech for today. I'd say I love you, but I don't think I have to say it. I think that it's provable, and it's not love bombing. It's not social conditioning any more than any other teacher who is trying to help people to understand. and build a market for their thoughts. I'm very amused by certain movements who, once they master the systems of expression, they add the vernacular to it that makes it sound like it's awful if some other group is doing exactly the same thing that they're doing. And they make it sound evil. But that's been going on for a long time with groups taking over other groups. I mean, picture the Egyptian pharaohs with their nose missing. Okay, same thing. Anyway, God bless you. I'm Dave Campbell. This is me. This is what you get. And this is what you're going to get when I become the president, if that happens, or when I lead my corporations. You're going to get put in charge. I delegate authority, so get ready. And let's do this Aquarius thing. We're all of us are Aquarians by default. It's the age of Aquarius. And if you want to understand my humor, watch Steve Carell's singing of the age of Aquarius at the end of the 40-Year-Old Virgin movie. That's me. Another scene from him that I absolutely love is he's with 99 at the Minx, whatever. And he says, "Oh, look, a box of kittens. Time to punch Max in the face." That's how I feel about every day. Somebody's always looking to punch me in the face just for being me. You know what? Anyway, God bless. Thanks.